There, welcome to my video on what are the advantages of a B2C and or B2b sale. As you recall from my previous video, B2C stands for business to consumer. B2B stands for business to business. I have highlighted the differences previously, but I'm going to reiterate and recap for those who do not watch it and give you a little bit more context about how you would sell and what are these strategies for selling. So if you're selling a B2C market, you're going to have a shorter sales cycle. This means anywhere from 1 to 30 days. You can also target and reach consumers through Instagram ads or even Facebook ads. Also, email marketing 101 is sort of the foundation of a B2C sale. The idea, and I'm oversimplifying this, and because I don't want to overanalyze and overwhelm anyone who's just starting out, that the basics around email marketing is really being of service and giving value. And you're giving value using solid copywriting and persuasion to hook your buyer to purchase this course. Another strategy for a B2C market is Facebook groups. If you think about it, it's easy to build a following and get people to sign up for a list and add value to them by doing live streams, by doing promotions, and posting content as a way to sell products. A webinar is also a great way to sell for B2C. If you think about it, many webinars, from my own experiences, they offer bonuses as part of an early buyer. They use strategies and tactics such as limited quantity. They tell you that this purchase window is only valid for the next 48 hours. And that's all to sort of entice you and intrigue you, because if you look at the psychology of it, if I can only buy within this time frame of 2 days, and I can never get access to it until who knows when, I'm more likely to buy during that time than I would later on. Now, if you're trying to sell to a B2B market, one thing to know that this was a longer sales cycle. If you think about it, businesses are there's naturally more layers to purchasing, that you're not just going to sell to HR, but HR has to consult with someone else and to verify and go through purchasing and go through many hoops and channels in order for them to sign off on the paperwork and say they'll buy your course. There are also many ways to reach a B2B market through networking and conferences and associations. Remember, this can all be done digitally as well as in person. My recommendation is that you start out really learning the basics of email marketing, because once you understand how it works and just the foundation and pattern, you can apply that same concept to any market that you sell to. And remember that selling through organizations and enterprises will require more marketing and sales effort. You don't have to sell to a B2C or B2B exclusively. You can do both, and I encourage you to do both because it'll help you diversify your revenue, reach new markets, and grow your business. I want to talk a little bit about more of a B2B sale and why it takes so long and what an example of a B2B sale might be. So let's say you have a course that you want to offer around how to manage stress at work. Specifically how to manage stress for busy tech workers. For example, you've been on that side of the fence before and know that stress is very prevalent, and also that HR departments don't always know what the best way to sort of put on events and or workshops or classes to help their employees manage stress on a day-to-day basis. And you have a meditation technique that you've tested and taught to many people, and you've done some workshops for some businesses as well as also at gyms. And now you want to try reaching tech organizations or tech companies. So the way you would do this is to go on LinkedIn and you would go on LinkedIn and look for the HR person at the tech company that you want to reach. Now, keep in mind, once you obtain their name and their title and you find their email through different channels, it will take a series of emails and or phone calls to deliver and show the value of your course. So when a B2b sale will take longer, and I encourage you to sort of be patient with the process because it is not always easy to go through different channels of a business to sell a course. It will take a lot of relationship, connections, and value associated with your product in order for them to buy it. But ultimately, if they like it and you've given them some samples of your work, had some employees a small group of employees try your meditation for stress management, and it has seen some results and seen really positive responses, then you'll begin to sort of see the transition from just sort of exchanging conversation to sort of getting into the, how many are you selling and how many can we buy and how much do you charge? All sorts of questions about pricing and subscription for an organization to be able to offer your meditation to their employees. So remember, it is a process, but it is doable. And I would highly, highly recommend that if you're wanting to do a B2b sale, that you hire some really great people to help you craft those emails, develop those relationships, and nurture those relationships. Because it's easy to learn on your own, but it's harder to execute when you have other areas of the business that you are focusing on. So remember, this arrow here points that the B2B and B2C sale can work in both ways. Don't limit yourself to one, but think about the business that you want to build and how there's opportunities for both markets. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks again for watching.